All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yad. La, which is two, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Bracha, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, and peace and blessings salutations to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, Yashar Allah. All right. So, with that said, I'm going to get into this lesson. The topic is going to be something along the lines of, Esau is going to start cracking down on us. All right. So, you sincere brothers and sisters out there that, are doing what you're supposed to be doing, just prepare, man, because we're some of the, we are the biggest enemies to them. Okay, because spiritually we're tearing down their kingdom, man. Spiritually, we already conquered their whole, we already conquered the planet and like really destroyed America spiritually. But now it's going to physically manifest. The kingdom is translated to one people to another, from one people to another. Which right now it's going to be translated from Edom to, which Edom, Esau is the so-called white man collectively. And it's going to be translated to the nation of Israel, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, specifically those that descend from so-called Negro and Indian descent from their father's line, also known as your patrilineal. All right, now Esau is going to snatch some of us up and he's going to kill some of us. But you have to remain strong, okay? And we're weak. We are weak. This flesh is weak. But you have to remain strong in the spirit. Let your spirit battle your flesh and have dominion over your flesh to say, you know what? No, I'm not taking that fucking chip, man. Just kill me. That's what, you got to overpower the flesh with the spirit. It's a spiritual warfare between it's warfare between the spirit and the flesh daily. Okay? This is Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. Okay? So that's a reasonable service. So if you look up how the apostles died, all of them except John the Revelator or John the Apostle died. All right? Not John the Baptist, but John the Apostle. Because John the Baptist got beheaded, right? All the apostles except John got killed, okay? And the only reason John didn't get killed, which if you read about it, actually says that they tried to either one. I've seen two accounts. I've seen one where they said they tried to poison him, and there's also one where they said they may, or the alternative that they may have done. Because I've seen one saying that they tried to poison him, and I've seen other accounts say that they tried to boil him in a pot. All right, but both they failed. Whichever way it was, they failed. Okay, and because of that, they exiled him to the island of Patmos. All right. So we have to be prepared to die, man, because when you step into this thing, when Yahweh Shai presents you with that application, because you can't walk up to them and ask, I want to sign an application. No, you got it. It's something that you're chosen. Yahweh Shai chooses you. All right, that's what he said. Yahweh, through his son, Yahweh Shai chooses you. All right, Yahweh chose Yahweh Shai to be his son. He created, Yahweh created Yahweh Shai created the elect. All right, so, we were chosen. We were given an application. You filled it out, man. You filled it out. So now you got to follow through with that application, that contract, rather. If you want to put it that way, that contract that you signed, you got to follow through with it. Okay? Let me go to... I know it's in Isaiah, but I don't know what exact chapter it's in. I know it's towards the end. It's like 50-something, I think. Could be mistaken, of course. Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. The Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith Yahweh. As for me, this is my covenant with them, saith Yahweh. My spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth, shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed's seed, saith Yahweh, from henceforth and forever. All right, so the enemy, Esau, he's going to come in like a flood. You may be sleeping in bed 3 a.m. All of a sudden, your door gets battered open, kicked open, whatever. Usually they probably use like a battering ram type thing. They just bust your door open, and then they flood into your house because, like a floods come quick. Look up that video of that tsunami in Indonesia, when they're at that concert that came out of nowhere and it was fast. Okay, they're gonna break your door down. They're gonna run in there, point gun at you, and they're gonna take you, man. May throw you in a FEMA camp, may torture you, may kill you, but you have to be willing to take whatever they're going to give. Okay, all for Yahweh Yahushai's sake. All right, because Esau is losing his kingdom and he knows that, and because of that, he's going to lash out. Okay, he is lashing out already as I speak, but he's going to lash out on us because you need to think about this, right? So Esau knows your name. He knows where you live. He knows your gender. He knows your age. He knows your social security. He knows your credit card information. He knows everything about you, man. He knows what you're doing right now. He knows what you're saying right now if you're talking. Well, more than likely, because he's more than likely listening. Somebody is. But the point is, they know a lot about you, and there's only one thing that's stopping them, and that's Yahweh. All right, Yahweh, Yahushai, they put a hedge around you. Or not even necessarily a hedge around you, because some of the 2/3, Esau could, get them, but he hasn't yet. All right, it's because Yahweh hasn't appointed that time yet. But the only thing that's keeping Esau from getting us, because he knows exactly where we are, man. The only thing that's keeping him from getting us is Yahweh. All right. And the elect are going to have the 144,000 and the 1/3. They're going to have that mark exemption from judgment. Okay, and they're going to be protected. They're going to have a hedge around them. But some of the elect will have to be martyrs. All right, some of the elect will have to die for this truth. All right, more will get saved, but some of them are going to have to die. Okay, this is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. What does it mean by that? That he hath but a short time. His kingdom is almost done. Okay, and once his kingdom is done, once he's taken out of rulership, he's through forever, man. He's going to go into slavery. Esau, Edom, and all the other nations are going to go into slavery for 1,000 years. And then Esau, Edom, that whole nation, the so-called white race collectively, Edom, is going to be wiped out. All right. Let me get 2 Ezra 6. Yahweh Yahushai, 2 Ezra 6, 7-9. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder, or the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, so Esau is the end of the world. The Edomites are in rulership right now, starting with the wicked elite bankers. All right, to name a few, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. Those are the two main ones. Which Rockefellers is, which I gotta look into that myself. But the Rothschilds. The Rockefellers are an Americanized, like the name Rockefeller is an Americanized version of Rothschild. All right, with Rothschild, I'm pretty sure it means red child. Like a red person, basically. Like a red child, which that's heavy. Okay, but yeah. So we're in the end of Esau right now, and we're coming into the beginning of Jacob. Let me just get that translated. I think it's in Daniel. Oh no, it's in oh wow. Okay, there we go. Ecclesiastes 10:8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. All right, and it's going to be translated from Edom to Israel. All right, and righteousness is going to rule. All right, that's where when we come into power, the new covenant is going to be established. We're going to receive those new bodies, and we're never going to commit sin. All right, with sin, according to 1 John 3:4, and transgression of the law, and according to Ecclesiastes, 20:15, I want to say. Let me just check. Let me get 1 John 3:4. Whosoever committed, 1 John 3:4, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. Okay, so eating pork, committing adultery, stealing, murder, eating shrimp, that is sin. Okay? And Yahweh does not tell us not to eat things because just don't eat it. He tells us not to eat things because it's not good for you, man. It's bad for you. It's not meant for you to consume. It's not a consumable food. All right, a consumable meat, rather. All right? They have, and everything has a purpose. And that purpose for them is not for you to eat them. It's like pigs. They clean up the earth, man. They eat pretty much anything. If not literally everything, Like they eat dead carcasses and all that. All right. So I wanted to get Ecclesiastes 20 and 15, I believe it is. Well, how could that be? Salakia. Look it up real quick. It'll pop up. 15 and 20. This Ecclesiastes 15 and 20. He hath commanded no man to do wickedly, neither hath he given any man license to sin. Right, and according to Deuteronomy 28:15, since we broke the law, statutes, and commandments, and we were constantly disobedient to our power Yahweh, we were put into captivity. Right, we're in captivity to this very day. Okay, so we need to hearken unto Yahweh Yahushai, keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, the ones that apply to us at this moment. And if you're an Israelite man, you need to go on the highways and byways, push out YouTube videos. All right, if you're an Israelite woman, you got to get in order. You got to find a man of Yahweh Yahushai. Do what you're supposed to do. Your womanly duties, man. And same with the men. It's not a one-sided thing. It's not women need to do, what women are supposed to do and men can do whatever. No. All right, both genders have duties that they have to do, that they personally have to fulfill. Okay? But the point is that Esau is going to roll on us. Okay? His kingdom is going down. His kingdom is on its last leg, and he knows that. Okay? Which is why he's going to really start pushing his New World Order. Okay, NWO, New World Order. All right. Which one of the biggest goals of that New World Order is to have everybody microchipped. Now, the microchip is the mark of the beast. Okay. Now, this government shutdown, Yahweh Yahushua Ratazah, continues to stay shut down. It can easily push a lot of things. A lot of people are going to die from starvation. People are going to, riots are going to bust out. People are going to be committing crimes, martial law. The chip can come in. There's a lot of things that can come in out of that, man. From the dead bodies, it can come pestilence and disease. And there can be a bunch of other plagues. All sorts of stuff is about to happen. All right. And if you're not right with Yahweh Yahushua, you're going to be destroyed. Okay. That's the moral of the story. Okay. That's the summary of it all. But now we need to understand that we're major enemies to Esau's system, okay? Because we're pushing this truth, and this truth is what's tearing him down. Because if you recall in Revelation chapter 7, verse 1 to 4, the angels were commanded to put a mark upon, the men that sign that cry for all the abominations that be done in the mystery of. That mark is exemption from judgment. You receive that mark by hearkening unto the true doctrine of Yahweh Yahushai and enduring and all that, if you're of the elect. So the elect waking up is tearing this kingdom down, which is why in Matthew 24 and 14, or I think it's either Matthew 24 and 14 or 24 and 15, where it tells you, let me just go to it real quick just to make sure. I think it's 24 and 14. Tells you that the gospel will be preached in all nations. That's because Israelites are scattered among all nations. It's Matthew 24 and 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Okay, so we're scattered among all nations. And because of that, this word has to be preached all over. All right, so the elect waking up is tearing this kingdom down, because according to Revelation 7, verse 1 down to 4, once the elect wake up, it's game over. Okay, stuff is going to pop off. Major prophecies are going to ignite. Okay, hell is going to break loose ultimately. Okay, and then, Jacob's trouble is going to hit. The elect are going to be tried as a gold in the fire. Some of them are going to have to die, which is what this lesson's on. And 2/3 of our people have to be destroyed, because that's what Jacob's trouble is ultimately for, is to kill 2/3 of our people that are constantly stiff-necked and rebellious. Okay? But, yeah, I mean, so that's why they're also going to take down this word, famine of the word. I think that's Amos 8, 11, and 12. If I'm not mistaken. Let me just make sure. I'm not going to read it, but I want to make sure. Amos 8, 11, and 12. Come on. There's also Isaiah 24 and 11. All right, and there's other precepts, but I've made videos on that before. So the point is, we may have to die for this truth, and you should be willing to die for this truth, man. Because think about it, all right? Reincarnation. We've died so many times before. What is one more death? What is one more death? To receive everlasting life, man. Everlasting happiness, everlasting smiling, everlasting laughing, everlasting joy, everlasting greatness, man. It is worth one more death. We don't even deserve it at all. We don't deserve it at all. I personally deserve to be killed in the worst ways possible, infinite amount of times, and even that is mercy and an understatement for me. Okay? So we should be willing to die one last time. Let me get Revelations 20 and 4. And I saw thrones in Revelation 20 and 4, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Mashiach 1,000 years. Right, so just be prepared to die, man, because they're going to come for us. All right? But that's why we got to endure. You got to endure to be saved, man. I'm going to close out with this last precept. I may make a part 2. I don't know. We'll see, though. We're going to go with the Spirit. This is Revelations 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So you have to be faithful unto death. Okay? And right as soon as you die, your spirit's going to leave your body, and you're not going to feel any more pain, man. You have to endure for Yahweh Yahushai's sake. Okay? You have to. All right, so with that said, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Racha, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the others who grave most on the road well, and peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right, Shalom.